How's it going? This is Hoiman, and today we're taking a look at the Kotobukiya Fayt Liengod figure. So for the front, you have a nice window display to see the whole figure inside, and then the whole packaging has this nice white color scheme with really faded out lines to bring out the images. It looks pretty nice overall. So on the side, you have an illustration of the figure, and you can see more into the figure. Same for the other side. And then the same on the top, and that's the bottom, and then the back, which has a little biography of the character, and then it also shows the other figures they can get in this line, and then you also have some Japanese legal stuff. And then to open the box, just lift open the top cover and just slide out the figure. Like so, and then to open the figure you just lift open the front cover, and there's the whole figure. So taking a closer look at the figure, and although this is an older figure, I still feel that the sculpt and likeness is still really good. Like the sculpting is really nicely done, lots of detail, and I think the likeness to the character is really accurate as well. And I feel that they just really captured the face and expression of Fate really well. The eyes are really nicely painted on, lots of expression, and then the hair is kind of this metallic blue with some kind of black wash through it to bring out the strands of hair, and overall it just looks really striking and really nice. Adds a really nice touch. And then moving down to the body, in the game, his shirt is usually just a plain white, but I do like how they kind of darkened it and added like a kind of wash to it to make it look more detailed, and just makes the contrast a lot better, I feel. So you got the zips and the chain, looks really nice. And then moving down to his arms, his gauntlets are sculpted nicely and are painted a nice metallic blue, makes it really stand out. And then the same for the sword as well, nice gold with a nice metallic silver for the blade. And then moving down to his case, also again really nicely sculpted. The paintwork is a bit untidy, but it works for the most part. And then down to his suspenders, looks really nice. And then down to his legs, which is probably the most striking part of the whole figure, since they're really nice and metallic. And there's just a lot of nice detailing and lines throughout his armor. Just looks really nice overall. And you can see the zips as well in his shoes, looks really nice. And then on the back you have these like vents as well. And like I already said, although it's quite an old figure now, he's still really nice looking. And I feel that the figure has really aged really well overall. But I will say that I think my main gripe with the figure is that the handle for the sword is pretty thin, and the way it's packaged in the box, it tends to kind of push against it. So one time when I got the figure out, the sword completely broke off, so I had to glue it back on. So overall it's fine now, but it's just something to keep in mind of. And for articulation, the head is actually on a swivel, so you can move his head side to side, and then the arms are on swivels as well. So you can move his arms out at an angle, but it looks quite odd. And then the wrists as well are both on hinges, so you can swivel that, swivel the blade as well. And the legs as well can also swivel, so you can move those about. And I'm not really sure why he has articulation, like considering that he's a statue, usually they don't have any points of articulation. I mean, for the head I can kind of get, because they can kind of display him kind of differently from angles, but in terms of moving arms and hands and legs, I don't really get why overall, but it's there nonetheless. And for accessories, he comes with a display base, which is pretty simple. It's just a transparent, kind of turquoisey coloured base. And then you got the 2 pegs for him to stand on. So those just snugly fit in there. And then the base stays on. It's not really going to fall off or anything. So it's simple, but it works well. So my final thoughts are, if you're a huge fan of this character or the game itself, then I highly recommend this figure. As I already said before, this is quite an old figure the time that this video goes up, so you might have some difficulty tracking this figure down, but from what I've seen, he hasn't really increased in price all that much. So you should still be able to get him for a decent price. And I just like to say again, be mindful that the sword is very delicate, especially when you get him out of the packaging. There's a chance it might break, but with some super glue you can easily fix it. But that's my review. Thank you for watching and enjoy some pictures.